Well, I finally have everything moved into my apartment. I actually spent the weekend cleaning out my car, getting the oil changed, and getting it ready for the next adventure. Part of that as well was putting my camping stuff together, stuff that goes in the car, because I had been using that for all my cooking and dishes, things like that. However, now that I have that all sorted out, I am ready to put everything back in my car. So down here, I have my nice pile of things to go back. I'm putting my Bluetti back. I have my fridge, got the knife, lighter, and of course my lovely camping dishware set, which actually works really well. It was perfect for living in the car. It's not quite so perfect for living in an apartment, but I actually made it work while I was in here. I don't need it in here anymore, so it's going back in the car, ready for the next adventure. Of course, I'm also bringing my minus 15 degree sleeping bag. We are headed towards winter, and although I'm not going on any adventures this weekend, it's quite likely that I'll try camping out in the winter somewhere, and so having that really cold weather sleeping bag is going to be very helpful for that. However, over here we have my newest addition to my car camping setup, and this is a first aid kit. I actually had two in my car before. Both of them were old and falling apart. One of them, the band-aids just kind of exploded everywhere all over the inside of my car. They were all going bad anyways. You could tell that they had gotten kind of wet. I don't know how, because they were in a waterproof bag, but these things happen. I've probably had those first aid kits for maybe 10 years now, so it was really time to upgrade. So let me show you what's in here. So let's get the horses out of the way here. So this is a first aid kit made by people that are interested in the outdoors, survival stuff. So we'll take a look and see what's inside. It is missing a few things, I think, but there's a lot of really good things about it. Okay, so first off, it unfolds like that. Not really sure why it's packaged this way, but it works. I can't complain too much. So we'll start on this side over here. It has this wristband, basically. I think the purpose of this wristband is mostly for the compass. I'm not quite sure what this metal piece is supposed to do, but it may do something as well. I haven't figured out what this goes to or what I would do with it. Let me know in the comments if you know what this is. I have no idea, but it also comes with this basically looks like a bottle opener combined with a scale ruler, which is kind of interesting. It's for reading maps. I don't know how many people carry around that kind of paper maps anymore, but if you have one, especially if you're really off the grid out hiking, that could be useful potentially. And on the side is just a standard metric ruler. This looks like it also goes to something on the end here, but I don't quite know what. So here we just have, your standard pair of like surgical scissors kinds of things. Very useful. Has a flashlight, also very handy. Tweezers. So I specifically wanted to find a first aid kit with metal tweezers, not the cheap plastic ones, because those do absolutely nothing. Metal ones are the way to go. I wish they were a little sharper on the end, but these will do. Standard emergency blanket. I have about 1 million of these at this point, but it's always good to have more. Here we have just a small knife. I think it's 2 inches, something like that. Very small, very handy though, and you can also clip it onto things with that. It just folds up like so. Always good to have a knife on you if you're outdoors. And this is just dressing, bandages, that kind of thing. Here's some glow sticks. So if you wanted to have a rave while you're out in the forest, they got you covered. And an emergency poncho, also very helpful. Okay, on the other side over here, this is more of the bandage and medical side. So we have your typical rolls of gauze. These are just alcohol wipes, some cotton balls, always useful. A whole variety of bandages, which is good. I needed to replace my Band-Aid collection. This is some antiseptic wipes. I believe there are also wipes for stings and bug bites, things like that. And of course, some more sterile gauze pads and those types of things. And in the last compartment over here, some different dimension of bandages. These are triangular. These are more like the gauze types of bandages. This is some sort of resuscitation device. I'm going to have to look into exactly what this is and how to use it because I don't actually know. But it's some sort of blue liquid in a pouch and it says resuscitation device on it. So that needs further investigation. Some gloves, gotta have those. Tape, of course, if you have bandages. And about 1 million clothespins. Can't have enough of those. And the last item in here is one of these multi-tools that does all kinds of random useful things. So it has the entire list here. So we have a can opener, knife edge, a screwdriver, ruler, another can opener of a different sort, 4-position wrench, apparently for various nuts and bottle heads, a butterfly wrench, a saw blade, direction ancillary indication device, whatever that would be, a 2-position wrench, a lanyard hole ring. So it's kind of an interesting thing. I'm not sure how useful it actually would be. I've seen a lot of these things, like you get them in Christmas presents and stuff like that. I don't know, people used to put these kinds of devices in my stockings all the time, and I found them to be pretty minimally useful, but I suppose in a pinch, maybe this will help you out. So that's my first aid kit. It's a really simple kit. I think the one thing that you may have noticed is that it doesn't seem to contain really any sort of medication. It's pretty rare that I would need any of this stuff, including the medication. So I'm gonna kind of raid my old first aid kit, see if any of the medication in there is still good. If not, I might end up having to go buy some more. But I did like the packaging really well, and it is relatively lightweight. It does come with a lot of other useful things beyond just a standard first aid kit. So I still think it's useful to have around. Well, whatever the case, it's time to get all of this stuff over here put away, get my car pulled around, and start loading up the car with all my camping stuff. So everything is back here. It all fits in pretty nicely. I could probably use the space a little bit more efficiently than I am, but still pretty good. I have my Bluetti charging. My fridge is actually off because I don't need it right now. And most importantly, when I put the cover over it, you can't see anything in the trunk of my car. Well, I think that was a fairly successful adventure putting everything back in my car. It doesn't really look like much on camera, but having everything that I need stuck into that trunk is really important for me. The rest of my car is now perfectly cleaned out, so anyone looking into my car can't see anything. And that's really perfect for my current situation where I only have street parking to work with. So that's really it for this week. I can't really do a whole lot more because my permits, like my Discover Pass for the state parks and state public land, that has now expired, so I need a new one. I really need to get a Northwest Forest Pass so I can go to a lot more places around King County that are a little bit further out. There's a lot of hiking trails and stuff that I can go on that I can't really access without that permit. So I'm going to be purchasing those probably later this week after I get paid. I haven't really been spending a whole lot of money on things for myself, but I think it's really important for me to have access to those public lands so that I can go camping again, go hiking, that sort of thing.